looking at what Kiboy could actually pick up, because I feel like AoE would really matter here if they want to slow things down. Maybe. Minotaur is a great option. I was thinking of that. And you also have Sustain. So if Aurora actually go in for the dives, then they might have ways to last a bit more longer in the team fights. And if it's Sustain team fights you're looking at, yes, you have the Esmeralda, but what is going to be the carry?
I really feel like Minotaur carry is going to be a good enough pick. Or the Atlas is still open. It's just the gold lane here. I wonder if they want to go for a Brody. I don't think Brody is a good shot. Ranger is worse though, I think.
The only reason why I was iffy about the Atlas is because I feel like at this point in the draft, you're going to settle with pickoffs.
Rafa also counters the Atlas and Lucas!
Unique hero!
Lucas in the jungle! Or is this going to be like Lucas EXP and then Uranus jungle?
This is tough. This is tough.
I can see Uranus jungle as well. I think it is Uranus jungle. Oh wait, no, they change.
Wait.
All right, Lucas jungle then. All right, so
Uranus on the EXP.
I think ONIC, they might have overthink this because Atlas kind of gets countered by the Rafa with the speed up and slow down.
Yep.
The Granger, I think it's just because his KELRA's comfort. I don't think it's going to be good enough though. You can't really burst down Aurora.
And even if you do, there's a passive that Rafaela can utilize to just bring them back in action. So this is looking like a really good game for Aurora, honestly.
It feels like more of the same. The early game problem. Don't know if ONIC have found a solution, but this is the time to test their theories because they are only a few games away from getting knocked out. Aurora trying to go 2-0 up here over ONIC.
And the game begins. So far, the statement has been set by Aurora. Hey, we've already taken game number 1, and we're still going to be whipping out some new tech against ONIC. And look at this. Once again, we do see the Rafaela. This time paired up with 2 tanky boys, a particular Leonin who scales up very, very quickly and very, very deadly. And of course, the man himself, Lucas.
Well, I love this. Again, some unique heroes come through. Leave it up to Aurora Gaming and Coach Midnight to make this happen. I remember specifically, I think it was LaFell that was asking about the Lucas jungle, even back in the wild cards to going through. Well, finally it comes out in the knockouts. You can see that battle in the XP lane that we're so used to seeing. Of course, Lunar is going to struggle a bit there with that Esmeralda, but again, the idea here, the theory behind this draft from Aurora is you've got so much speed to work with, so much sustainability, the potential to bring someone back. Mind you, it's flying clouds as well. So that's a whole nother thing too. Just how quick Aurora can get back into the fights that ONIC is going to have to kind of keep notion of, because again, when you're getting all these heals through and you're this tanky for Aurora, you can't overstay if you're ONIC, and that might be one of the biggest problems for them.
I mean, let's not forget, again, most people tend to kind of lean away from Lucas because he's so ability-driven, and his ult, again, you can wait for the full duration, or you can get into these fights like right now and see whether you can start building enough charge to maximize it as soon as you get it. And that's the issue, right? It's going to be a matter of spacing for both sides. You can see that even Sans has opted not to go for Wilderness Blessing and instead pull yourself together to make sure that he can flicker out of the way in case things get really, really dangerous, which I would assume will, as we see Lunar, he is having a tough time in this lane.
Yeah, they got to put pressure somewhere, and right now that's going to be on the Uranus up there in the XP lane for Lunar. Turtle's up though, so right now ONIC has favor to go ahead and get in position if they can. Keyboy doesn't have level 4 yet. He's given the information where TNZ is though, so that gives Kyrie a chance to go ahead and secure his buff, and then we'll see if this breaks out into a fight. A response though, they know Keyboy's here. Sigibum rotating up to allow this buff to be secured, but the fight for the Turtles already going to start up, but it's less than half health. Secured up by Kyrie. Let's see if they disengage here. Pagu too low, so objective secure for ONIC.
Oh, that's a bit of a waste here, and honestly, a pretty huge win because now KELRA at least gets some gold shielding here just to get a little bit of a lead against Sigibum at this point of time, and not to mention that I think that ONIC also recognized that, hey, we got to be careful. We cannot underestimate this Lucas. There's a very good chance that he can just power through a lot of our abilities, even if they do have the Fatal Links here. Keep in mind, anti-CC is going to be a big mechanic here for Tien. Oh, this is dangerous. Wait a second.
Oh, Pagu.
I don't know if they want to keep on doing this, but ONIC made the smart choice but to back away.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you can still say, Pagu, that wasn't a green camp. You know, that was a buff that went over in the hands there of Kyrie, but still kind of trying to maintain this jungle. Skypiercer is picked up by KELRA. That's kind of what we were thinking with that Granger being picked up here. Again, it is a comfort pick, but also if you can start to build those stacks for KELRA, obviously that's really going to help. And he has to play at range against this kind of lineup here that Aurora Gaming has. So off to a pretty steady start for ONIC, building up already a nice little lead.
And they don't mind not interacting in these early stages of the game until everybody's got their ultimates and they find the right position to do so. And I think as long as Aurora recognize this, hey, we need to fight on our terms and only our terms, there's a lot of things in the early game that actually don't matter.
Here in the mid lane, this is going to matter. Keyboy fallen. First blood to the hands of Sigiboom. What a rotate here through.
It's not over. It's not over.
Oh, Lunar's going to get thrown around. TNZ, though, they're on this side. He wants this purple buff if he can take it from Kyrie. This is a bit of a risk, but they're going to go for it anyway. Loopy on this offside goes in with a falling Star Moon, able to find two. Pushes them back, but again, they just don't have that follow-up damage just yet. They'll bring back Lunar. Lunar might try to split things up, just sacrificing himself to keep the rest of Aurora up as Lutfi will take Lunar down.
Okay. At least he gives that kill over to Lutfi instead of KELRA at this stage of the game. But for now, you can see that Aurora, they can kind of fight forever. And ONIC also recognized that. Now, at least first item's already done. Turtle goes into the hands of ONIC. This is going great for them, but it's an ever-moving pendulum. Now, Sigiboom gets a catch up back on Gold. Gold here, he's got a kill in hand, but now that he's got the extra plating as well, he should finally have a slight lead against KELRA.
Okay. Didn't have to pop the Purify, just dropped down the Zaman Force, but yeah, as you mentioned, he got a lot of the extra gold off that turret. That's kind of what Sigiboom needed, but again, he did get that first kill too. He knows the Zaman Force is down. KELRA will go in! A quick kill! The killer instinct for him, knowing Zaman Force wasn't available. Makes a move, and now, bottom side, still gonna break out. TNZ, Fatal Links into it, can't escape, and Pagu gonna be next. Talk about value for your Sky Piercer for KELRA.
Great knowledge from KELRA. He understood what the assignment was. Hey, no Zaman Force, you don't have a flicker, you can't run away from me, and I love it. If you want to just sit underneath their turret, I can harass you for days without anything left. I think at this point, KELRA is gonna be a much bigger problem to Aurora now that the game plan is starting to fall apart. Luckily for Sigiboom, he doesn't lose too much here because they still have the passive from Rosa to get the revives down. But KELRA, now building up on these Sky Piercer stacks, they need to cut it in half at some point in the game.
Yeah, you know when that setup happens and you don't have the Zaman Force available for Sigiboom, ONIC will take advantage of that. So a really good decision there. Pagu obviously need to pick up a little more defensiveness, gets a Radiant Armor locked in now for him, but it's just, again, ONIC building up on this lead very early on. It's going to be great for them. Turret going down up top side. It looks like Sigiboom should be able to get that one, but now Lunar could possibly be in trouble. The rest of the teams here, though, is tanky enough. Picks up a Dominance Ice, but this Turtle is up. Are we going to see 3 for 3 for ONIC in the Turtle department?
Probably. They're going to have to contest this, I suppose, but the lead isn't looking too good. And I think the real question is whether or not KELRA is going to be here for the fight. It looks like he is. They've already taken the tier 1s on both sides, both, again, losing lanes for Aurora at this stage, considering everything that has happened. But if they can find the opening, and here comes Lunar.
Yep, they're going to go for it. Lunar just blasted down, though. Has to pop the Consecration. TNZ looking for his own opening. Wrath the Dryad locks down Keyboy. They get thrown out by the Lantern, and Loopy's gone. KELRA flickering defensively. They're going to fight it out. Kyrie able to get the Turtle. Taking out Pagu, too. It's a trade. And now with the speed, they're able to get some distance here for Aurora Gaming. They're going to go ahead and respawn, revitalize Pagu back up. They lost the objective fight, but it looks like Aurora still willing to take these fights.
That was beautiful stuff. Like, Lunar got a lot out of ONIC. Sans even using his ult as well, making sure that they got basically everything down. KELRA trying his best, but Pagu switches the role with Lunar to get right in front of KELRA's face to make sure that nobody else needs to die here. If one person dies, that's totally fine. 2 people, too much.
Ooh, Malefic Roar now picked up too. Again, a final. Well, Fatal Links, instant kill. Eventually, you're not going to be able to just keep respawning Pagu now. Whoa. Again, Sans up here in the front of it all. Rosa trying to get away too. This is a messy fight in between 2 turrets as they back off. Meanwhile, up top, Sigiboom, he's been dealing with a lot of pressure on this Harith. I mean, ONIC now is not letting up in the jungle.
Yeah, it's really tough for TNZ at this stage. Unfortunately for TNZ, in this matchup against Kyrie, on Hirara, I don't think it's very easy because unfortunately for TNZ, a lot of Lucas's moveset is one-dimensional. You don't have a way to kind of delay the timings of it. You don't have a way to kind of come from different angles. It's very straightforward. I run you down. I'm pushing you back either into my team or away from my team. But Hirara is so different, especially with the iframes as well. Oh, this could be a punish.
Pagu could be in trouble again. Doesn't have a flicker available. The rest of the team has to help support him up. They're going to throw themselves into the fight. Lunar trying to get away. And now Pagu on the disengage too. Loopy up in the front side. They call it off though. They don't want to overcommit to this. They see the purple buff is up. They're going to put some pressure here. Kyrie goes in and TNZ doesn't have the purple.
Yep, but that means that Kyrie doesn't have retribution. So far, this could be a forced fight here. They know that Keyboy doesn't have the Fatal Link, so they have a very short window to try and punish. But so far, Lunar has not been able to open up the map convincingly because of the fact that he's been losing.
Oh no. Flicker 4, Wrath the Dryad, Lunar taking some shots, the Rapacy shots. KELRA gets a kill. Sky Piercer proc. TNZ gonna follow by Kyrie's hand and looking up to load up Rosa. A double for KELRA. They ignore the Lord. They go for Pagu. Pagu, where's the tree to run here, man? Being chased down by Sans and KELRA. Couple shots of the Rhapsody and boom, another.
Man, Sans and KELRA are playing out of their minds right now. Sans, hyper-aggressive, your really big punishes on TNZ, making sure, like, even though TNZ has anti-CC, doesn't necessarily mean he's safe, right? He still needs Rosa to bail them with the extra movement speed to help close that distance, because that's Lucas's biggest problem, right? TNZ jumps into the middle of this fight, tries to make something happen by pushing Lutfi out of the way, but unfortunately, the entire time, Sans is just building up the butterfly stacks on top of him. Rosa can try and bail him out of there, but once you are committed to the lightning, to the quick step, it's just too much to handle. And I think they just need to take a breath here. Think about it for a moment. So far, their main win condition is going to be Sigabum. The early game is done for Aurora.
Yeah, this is tough too, because meanwhile, when all that happened, there was a great kind of split push happening with ONIC. You know, Loopy taking out that top turret, that defense shield. You can see it here in the mid too, being down. Max stacks here for KELRA. Just so much value on this Granger. It's comfort for a reason, and now they're knocking on the base turrets of Aurora Gaming as the mid turret falls. Lord makes its way down bot. Lunar, half health already. Even on this Uranus, he's gonna pop the Consecrate. All turrets are gonna be stripped out of the base of Aurora Gaming. But now with ONIC, a 10,000 gold lead. They dealt with this in game one, and now it's their turn. Keyboy looking for an opening here. Lord's gonna be worked on. Keyboy jumps on in. Final. Oh, Fatal Links comes through on 3. Still on the defense too. They got to hold it together. KELRA firing off the backside. He's got the space to work with. Siggy Boom. All the shields in the world. They got to go heal back up, but the crystals are already going to be locked on. TNZ up on the front side. KELRA gets another. Make it a triple. Can he get the Maniac? They line it up. One away to take game 2 for ONIC.
A convincing win for ONIC. Sans, man! Gilak Sans is back! And not to mention, every side laner was winning. KELRA was winning. Lutfi won right at level 1. And I think a lot of this just boils down to, man, our laning phase kind of sucked, and what we need to fix here in the draft is to make sure one of these lanes need to win. And if it's going to be Sigaboom's lane, they better make sure that he has Flicker rather than the Purify. And that's something that you can't really control, especially since half of those spells are dedicated to this Atlas.
Yeah. And, you know,